Hi guys, this is Sabine from Zennumerostar.com. Today's video is a request that I have received by email from one of my lovely clients, so thank you so much again. So we're going to talk about the 22nd of February of 2022. Okay, so let's dive into it. The 22nd of February 2022 or 22 to 2022 or 2/22 2022. That's just not a date for me because you might not experience a major shift that day specifically. But to me, it's still a very significant date representing the start of true awareness, as in being aware of hidden stuff. For those of us who are already aware that we've been told things that were not entirely true, and for those who believe what they hear or see, this could well be the start of a major shift in consciousness overall. Again, I'm talking about the start of a shift. So you might have a breakthrough the 22nd of February. But in case you don't see any major movement that specific day, just know that the 22nd of February 2022 is the start of something more peaceful going forward, meaning that you will not experience something as a final destination and then nothing the following days. There will be a following. Now, as you know, before reaching peace, it implies that there has been a tense moment, a period of time where it was tense, and indeed I do believe that we are in the middle of it. At least in France, I can tell you right now that I'm feeling in the middle of a crazy period of time. And I know that in 2 days' time, we'll start having revelations around corruptions and other things related to tears. Tears meaning that we might become aware of things that have been going on for a while, that were kept hidden from us, from the general public, but that we might be moved to tears when we get to know those things. So things related to humans or to animals. So I'm thinking about babies, kids, animals, these sort of things. So it should mark the start of the end of the suffering, so the start of something more peaceful, if you see what I mean. So yes, that configuration of numbers is beautiful and seems harmonious, with 2 being 1 + 1 and coming into union. And indeed, babies who will be born in 2 days' time will likely achieve something major in their lives. But I am considering those numbers within the context of planet Earth and not around individuals, so newborn babies. And so I need to take a step back and take a broader perspective. In other words, some of you, yes, will experience union, harmony, compatibility with their SP or new SP, or even you should meet someone new and significant, while others will feel more sensitive than usual, more tearful than usual, and might be even prone to taking things at heart big time. Others at work, for instance, will have a light bulb moment and will find solutions, while others will feel frustrated with some who don't think the same way. For those of you who will feel tense and sensitive in 2 days' time, remember this video and know that it is normal. For instance, you could tell yourself, okay, I knew about it, everything is what it should be for now. And like for all of the people, this is the start of something great for me, even if I don't see it right now or today. For those of you who have been consciously manifesting for a while without success, you should see a movement that day and the following one. don't mind the movement in itself, or at least its meaning, because some of my clients lament the fact that it is sometimes negative movement, which is understandable. But I don't see it like that. A movement is a movement, trust me. Movement means that lots of things are happening in the background, so rejoice movements. Also, an occurrence of twos to me, well, I'm getting a feeling of water, but an overflow of water here. So I would kindly recommend you be careful near pools or the ocean or whatever. But nothing for you to get worried or anxious about. Sometimes a feeling is just a feeling and will affect a few only on the planet. In other words, you might never experience the dual perspective of what I'm telling you today and only the good stuff. It's just that if you watch TV and see that there has been something happening related to an overflow of water, also implying an earth movement of some kind because of the overflow of water, it's normal and it will be back to normal soon after, meaning there is a temporality associated with two. Well, at least a temporality around this occurrence of number in that specific context. What you should know also about is that a specific day or date is not necessarily the day during which you will encounter those events. As I previously mentioned, there will be a shift in consciousness starting that day, but I always consider a few days before and after a major occurrence of. Also, because I'm referring to the whole planet and not only one country, some of you again might not experience what I've just been telling you about. Now, what I'm going to do tomorrow to prepare for the 22nd of February 2022 is that I'm going to list small things and two big things. The trick here is to always be calm, relaxed, or joyful when you do that activity. Because you're giving it the first kick for the energy to start working on your behalf, it is imperative that you are not too anxious or too needy or too desperate or feeling that it's impossible. Just know that energy is found everywhere, including in the way you feel when you're scripting, listing, consciously affirming, having inner conversations, visualizing, name it. In fact, whenever you feel tense or anxious or needy, you should find a technique that works for you to feel more relaxed. If you really can't, okay, no problem. Just shift the anger or anxiety into fuel to accelerate or speed up your manifestation by just telling yourself that thanks to your feeling, and you name it, you're beautifully accelerating your manifestation. And repeat that to feel, so that you start shifting your anxiety into excitement. And for me, it worked. I don't need to use it anymore, but it worked in the past, so you should test it. Whatever you do, please understand that nothing needs to take a lot of time. Rely on yourself. I insist on that point because this video is a little different from what I usually talk about. At the end of the day, you are the driving force, so whatever you feel and think, go. Myself and other coaches can only share with you what we have experienced ourselves, and our secret is only in the testing. So test, and test some more. Testing doesn't cost you anything, and if you feel a bit down, if it doesn't work for you right away, always keep in mind that you can still do what makes you happy in the meantime, and that is exactly the attitude to have to keep the momentum going without being resentful for your manifestation not being right this second. Okay, my dear Zen manifestors, I hope that this video is helpful. If it is, please leave me a thumbs up. That would make my day. If you have a topic you'd like me to discuss, please leave me a comment. As always, I will end this video by telling you that I do believe in you. I know that you can do it. So on that note, I wish you a very peaceful and harmonious 22nd of February 2022.